upcoming or previous actually full moon in Libra that transited March 25th and 24th. So 24th into 25th. Sorry, my camera angle is not as thrown here. So I hope you guys are doing well. And if you guys have noticed, I wanted to put this video up for the transit while it was happening. But I also had some life stuff I was dealing with. So the full moon in Libra landed on a lunar eclipse. So of course, with lunar eclipses come major change, unexpected happenings. And I had my lunar eclipse where I experienced being able to go back on set because I am a SAG-AFTRA actress. And part of my journey of finding my love for spirituality and even content creation and YouTube came from my journey of moving to California as a travel blogger. So I've been here for like 7 years now, and being able to like build my life here, have a baby, go through a pandemic, fall in love, and then now being able to go back on set, it's been a really shifting. It's been like sudden changes happening. So it's been all very exciting, but it's been balancing and juggling a lot of different things. So that might be something you're experiencing, especially just like coming at the end of the full moon in Libra, but also as we're in a new astrological year. So I have my notes and I'm going to jump into this reading with you guys. Let me just grab my phone. All right, so I had originally planned to do the video on the phone that I'm actually shooting this on. So give me a moment for my notes to load. And it's not coming through. Okay. It's taken a while, but I have like 200 notes, guys. And if you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to comment below. Also, while I'm here, I might as well shout out the fact that I've reached over 500 subscribers. Thanks to you guys. So I'm super grateful and excited because a big part of this YouTube content creator journey is my journey of motherhood and being able to create online and give you guys human design information, esoteric information, as well as continue to build out my apothecary, all while I stay home with my daughter and take care of my family. It means a lot. So I'm really looking forward to hopefully reaching monetization soon. As I'm super close, I just have to reach my third eligibility of watch hours. So that is another reason why I figured live is a great way to connect with you guys, get to know my audience a little more, and give you guys the same information I've been giving. But now, if you catch me on the live or watch after, you can still connect more deeply. So let's see if it's come up now. Period. It's here. Put on new notes. All right, I might have to search it. Okay, it sucks. It's not on this phone. Let me grab my computer really quick. I know it's definitely there. Don't look at my craziness, y'all. Let's see. Ruby, are you keeping me busy? Keeping me company? My dog was right here. All right, so I have my computer. So I think it can go this way. Also, I'm probably gonna timestamp everything, so thank you for anyone who's like staying and sticking around as I'm pulling these up. All right, so full moon in Libra, my computer saves the day. This is why you need like multiple Apple products because you can have like I have 3 phones, one computer, and it took me all of that just to pull it up. But you know, Apple, we can keep or whatever. Okay, so the full moon in Libra that recently passed, it's a full moon in Libra that's happening here in season. So whenever we have a full moon, it's usually opposing the energy of the sun. And here with our full moon being in Libra, we have harmony and Venetian themes of like relationships, love, coming and partnership. Also in comparison to Aries season, which is all about leadership and being forthright and being a self-starter, but also maybe being a little more immature with your energy. Libra is ruled by balance, and also Libra has the energy of justice. So because Libra is represented by the scales, so when we have that energy and opposed to like being in partnership, being in relationship, being mature, accepting responsibility, opposing um, immaturity and our childlike nature, and being more free spirited, it can really bring like extremes of energy. It can be an extreme, especially when we have other places like Jupiter and Taurus and Uranus and Taurus that's having us question the things that we have. It could be the people that we have in our life. It can also be the choices that we're making towards our purpose and our destiny. So all of these themes are coming up during this time to really have us kind of restructure, as I'll talk to you guys when it comes to human design gate 18 and 817, our beliefs and our opinions. So first, as an Easter egg, I really like Indi 711 on TikTok, and I've already put the description for this video, but I will make sure to add her handle so that you guys can see it. She does very really fun, and if you like my videos, I feel like you will like her content uncovering the astrological transits in a very real and relatable, just like fun way of being like, y'all, Mercury's in reggaeton kind of energy. And we actually have Mercury retrograde coming up as well. So we're going to see themes of maybe things that have been in our life come back to us. Also, Mercury retrograde is a time of the REs, the re's, reassessment, readjusting, reconfiguring. All of that is re-examining. All of that is going to be happening in weeks because Mercury retrograde lasts. So I always write a mantra, and you guys are actually the first to get this video because usually I do my full moon and new moon posts for Instagram first, and then I record videos. This time I decided to just do the video, and then you can see the graphics on my Instagram. I'll be posting one later today. So I really love having both because you have the videos, but then when you see the graphics, you really kind of get a clear, structured way of seeing my expression or transmission of my experience of the transits. And plus, it also gives you a visual element, but also just like the ease of being able to like refer back to it as a note instead of taking notes. So my mantra is break every chain. And as someone who's grown up with somewhat of a Christian background, break every chain is a song that's really, really popular. And it's very much about just releasing things that are no longer serving you for the sake of becoming your most self-actualized. And because it is a spiritual song, elements of grace, and grace relates to human design key 22 in the 22nd gene key, is very much about a presence above us, allowing us or creating the space in our lives to break whatever we need to break or change whatever we need to change. So the other mantra I have for this full moon in Libra that recently passed was the end of the victim mind. And I'll talk more about the victim mind when I talk about human design gates. But the victim mind is basically being in a space of consciousness that keeps you in limiting beliefs, keeps you in a space of, oh, your volume is very low. Oh no. Why am I just seeing that? All right. So I just fixed it now. So my volume should not be low now. If you are still listening, Hobbit again, please let me know. If not, I'll quickly repeat some of the things I said. And I'll just say this reading starts at like 7 7 to 10 minutes. I'll probably put 10 minutes. So to quickly cover the things I've talked about, the full moon in Libra is going to be a juxtaposition of our interpersonal relationships and the self, and how we learn to manage those. And a big theme here is going to come down to our core beliefs and our judgments, because those shape our perceptions of the world. So I think that's a very quick recap. Next, Indi711 on TikTok. I really love her full moon in Libra contemplation. So I'm going to link it. I've already written the description for this video, but I'll make sure to add her because I think if you enjoy this video and you want something that's more astrologically driven and talking about the other planets, it's a great complementary video to this. And then my mantra is break every chain. And then my other mantra is ending the victim line. And we'll talk more about that as I talk about the human design game. So now let's jump into the themes of the passing full moon in Libra. So some of the themes that I've written down are themes that of course are still affecting us now, but also know that this video is timeless. So if you're seeing this video at any time, think about how these themes can resonate with you in the moment. So higher knowing, magnetism, variety, experience, dreams, explosion, practice, attraction, activity, and friction. And as you see, like a lot of the words I'm using, I was intuitively drawn to because of the energy of the lunar eclipse falling on this full moon. And it could be that during this full moon, you've eclipsed some relationships out of your life, or you've already eclipsed those relationships. Um, when I've covered previous transits, particularly for the full moon in Cancer that happened in December as well as August of last year, those two time periods you might have been really thinking about or dealing with ending relationships, moving forward, or how you want to move forward with your friend groups, deciding between your friend groups versus your career, or having to make decisions in regards to that. So these are themes that might be coming to a full close, and that full close can look like making the decision now, like it's something that it took you time to get to this decision or place to make a decision, or it could be something that you're now healing from. You're now finally moving on from. You've already closed that chapter, but now the wound is kind of closed. So for the energy reading for this full moon in Libra that passed, I had pulled a card instead of writing my own energy reading because I feel like there's so much good information that's already in books and esoteric knowledge, and sometimes we want to just like give divine downloads constantly. And there's elements of that here, but it's really important to also conserve the information and the knowledge that we've already been given. So I pulled the Star card, which is card 17 from the Earth Practice Tarot. I actually have the deck right here. So I'll show you guys. I absolutely love this deck, and it's linked in my description where I have like human design books, oracle decks, and cards that I love, and motherhood products. And this deck is there, the Earth Practice Tarot. So the card is the cottonwood. Let's see if I can it out. I would love to show you guys. No, but I'll show you and I'll read it from the book. It's also here, but I'll just read it from the book. Major Arcana, Star card cottonwood. So that's the description of the book. So it says your broken pieces contain the stars of hope. Open your heart to grace. And I talked about grace, 22nd gene key. Be generous with your blessings. Also, if you're someone who loves human design and you really want to learn the information of the gene keys in an efficient way, this is a little tip that you can just listen to it on Audible and allow the transmission to reach you in that way. Sometimes that is easier if you're on the go, but you know that the knowledge is useful and you really want the information to permeate. If you especially are someone who is a right brain in human design, have a lot of right arrows in your chart, getting the information in this very passive way can be beneficial for you. So for the energy reading for full moon in Libra, it says, hope can be found in the darkest moments. Have faith and believe in possibility. As the appearance of the cottonwood tree needs water is near, so is inspiration close. You may not see it right away, but stay optimistic. close your eyes and listen for the sound of a rushing river. You can also play rain sounds. I play a lot of rain sounds in my house, and it's a big reason why I do feel like it allows me to like rest my mind and connect with nature, even though I'm in a big city and sometimes I don't get that physical break. Cottonwood trunks are marked by scars from harsh weather, yet cottonwood leaves shimmer like golden lights against a starry sky. Your wounds may run deep, but wholeness still shines from within. When you encounter grace, be generous with your blessings the way cottonwood trees are generous with their seeds. So part of, you know, being able to enjoy life is being able to embrace those positive opportunities when they come. But the only way you can do that is if you see it. And if you are in a negative state or a victim mind, it can be really difficult to be in a space of hope. Hope and fear don't live in the same space in terms of the like energy frequency graph. If you've ever seen the vibration charts where it shows like bliss, joy, happiness, contentment, these are all things that are really high on in terms of vibration and frequency. And then we have anger, fear, guilt, shame, which fall lower on that frequency. So this month, be aware of your blessings. And just like the cottonwood tree, know that you are close, very, very close. I talked about in another video, I have a short that if you reach that short, you reach the point of no return. And it's really that whatever you're working on in your life, you've reached a point where it's not going to go backwards, only forwards. So trust the process. And it can feel really hard to do that. And that's why it's really important to show up and just be in the state of doing every day. I want to use the term divine activity. It's really, really important to prioritize divine activity because when you are physically doing the thing that you love continually, you're more likely to be in a space of hope. You're more likely to attract what you want towards you. So, because we talk a lot about like, you know, sudden shifts, things that might not feel as good. I talked about earlier, I think the volume was a little low at the beginning of the video, but that I ended up being able to go back on set, which was a really amazing sudden shift. But then I also had false lashes on and I had like an itchy eye for 2 days. So with that, it was like an eclipse on one part of my life where I realized like I'm actually not gonna be the type of person that just lets people put lashes on me. Even though I said yes in that moment, I realized the person I am now, like I was sensitive to that. But I also can love being upset and have that like joy for that opportunity. But it showed me that like even in something really positive, you are learning how to shift your beliefs and shift your perspective to fit the new paradigm and the new stage of life you're in. The new stage of life I'm in as a mom, I'm not focused so much on vanity, even though of course I'm sure, but I don't want to prioritize vanity over my well-being, pain. You know, life is already hard. So I don't need itchy eyes just for tango false lashes. So again, that's a very Libra theme. Libra is all about, our beauty, our physicality, clothing, how we want to appear and show up. So that could be a theme. You're looking at like, how have I changed? Like, am I the person that likes this, or am I the person who likes that now? So a great way to know like how to dress in terms of like if you're wanting to step into something new, I'll give you the tip of dressing for your Venus sign. I'm a Venus in Gemini, and I do feel like as I've gotten older, I'm naturally starting to dress a little funkier. I have locks now. I feel like these are very like Gemini, like the one shoulder. Like I feel like I carry myself a lot more like my moon sign, which is Aquarius, and my Venus sign, which is Gemini, even though I'm a Taurus sign. But tapping into your Venus sign could be really good for just like elevating yourself and also, as I mentioned in the themes for this full moon, magnetizing. So now let's talk about some self-care because as I said, like it got really intense. We talk about So for self-care, start a new and personal endeavor. It's great, especially with the full moon being in Libra, but also, it is Aries season. Go off and start a personal endeavor. And when I say personal endeavor, keep in mind the Venetian themes of what brings you joy, what brings you pleasure, what makes you feel good as you're starting this, solo journey. Next is decline an invitation. So I love that Shonda Rhimes had her year of yes, but I want to tell you guys it might be fun to start saying no to things. I think that, and this is my personal opinion because you're on my page, but I do feel that we are actually a little too interconnected right now in the sense of it can keep us from individuating from to some degree. Now, I'm not saying we should be connected. I think it's really, really important for us to be in communities like this, but I also think it's important that when we learn to decline invitations for opportunities and places and spaces that aren't fully fulfilling us, we actually, in our moment of spaciousness, solitude, inwardness, or even just divineness, where, God's grace puts us in an opportunity or space that we weren't expecting, and we have this chance moment or coincidence that happens. We don't allow those opportunities to happen. We're constantly saying yes to things that don't serve us. So I'll give you guys a very personal story. Recently, I declined an invitation because when I went and hung out with a person, she's very sweet, so this is nothing about her. But when I went and met up with her to catch up, and she had another friend there, and that friend immediately, from the time she saw I had this necklace on, I also just happened to be in a black dress, so I didn't realize it was like Sunday, and like very churchy people are just like, ooh, it's Sunday. We don't do certain things on Sunday. Although we were meeting for wine and cheese, but yet when I pulled up, I got such negative energy. Um, I was told like, oh, like, do you not know it's Sunday? Her friend was making comments about the devil, probably because she saw my evil eye necklace. It was just like, I would love to hang out with you again, but I don't even know because your friends are such a reflection of you. And if that's the energy after I drove an hour to see you, I came into why should I focus on that when I could literally be talking to my community on YouTube and talking about things that I love and people that understand me. So yeah, it's important to define invitation. And so when I did get another invitation from her, it happened to be a time where the weather wasn't going to be great anyway, and I do live a little far out. So I just was like, no, but I'd rather catch up with you another time. But also, if we don't, I'm okay because I feel like the situation showed me, the people that you choose to engage with, and those people aren't drawn to me. So it might be that if we were to build a friendship, you might have some of those beliefs. So part of your belief system is to protect you and also to put you in environments that make you feel safe and also bring you closer to the reality you want to see. And if you're around people who don't connect with that, your morphogenetic field is now getting murky. You're putting things in your field that you don't actually want there long term. So next is add more fruits to your diet. So it's springtime. We are moving into warmer weather, and it's great when we are moving into warmer weather to eat cooler foods. So I'm very much I eat for the seasons. When it is cold, I tend to eat a lot of warm foods, stews, soups, root vegetables, warm rice, things like that. But now that it is getting nicer outside, I highly recommend having more raw foods, having more fruits, and connecting in that way. And also, with every food you eat, you get different benefits. And I'm going to give you guys some benefits of some food today in a little bit. But yeah, know that everything you eat either fuels you or like doesn't benefit you, honestly. Next is read the transiting gene key transmission. So as I'm making this video, gate 21 is actually transiting the gate of control, and it actually relates to food and hunger. So as we're talking about fulfillment, Venetian things, food is a very Venetian thing. It's really a Taurus thing, but we also do have two major transits in Taurus. So now might be a good time to read Gene Key 21 as it is transiting right now. But also, of course, at any time when you see this video, you can read the Gene Key. I've also mentioned Gene Key 22 and Gene Key 17 and 18 are the ones that were transiting at the time of the full moon in Libra. So you can check those out. And of course, if you need to actually get the Gene Key book, I have it linked in the description in my Amazon. So you can just see my Amazon shop link, and then there you'll see all my human design references. So now let's talk about some human design gates. So I'm going to talk about gate 17. So gate 17 is the gate of opinions, and it's part of the codon ring of humanity. So this codon ring basically contains 6 gene keys, and it contains like the meaning of humanity, right? So we have gate 10, which is the gate of being or naturalness. Gate 17, the gate of opinions. Gate 21, the gate of control. So now you definitely, gate 35, which is the gate of progress. Gate 38, the gate of opposition. And gate 51, which is the gate of shock or awakening. These six, uh, gates create the codon ring of humanity, and it's what makes us human. So and that basically is telling us that our opinions are a huge part of what makes us humans, and it helps drive us forward. It helps drive us through evolutionary change. So the physiology of gate 17 is the pituitary gland, and the pituitary gland is so important in terms of all the things that it keeps track of: our circadian rhythm, our sleep cycles, rest cycles, all of these things. And since I said I would mention food, I want to mention the foods that are related to this gate. So this gene key for gene key 17 is arginine. And arginine relates to foods, if I'm correct, I think like cruciferous foods like veggies, like leafy veggies, leafy greens, have arginine, and it's connected to the left eye. So if you want to tap into foods that are good for that, opening your left eye or opening connecting to your pituitary gland, I highly recommend tapping into foods with arginine, the amino acid. And you can easily do a quick Google of foods with arginine. So here I wrote for the 17th gate, I wrote the shadow of opinion corresponds to the left hemisphere of the brain, which specializes in pattern recognition. Because the 17th gene key is all about our logic, it's collective, and it's about our logic and finding patterns. As it seeks an answer, it projects out into the world, continually looking for flaws in others and the world. These flaws become the basis of our belief systems and create human opinions based on interactions from early childhood, the first 7 years of our life. So this month, think about your opinions, if you have them, and if you have them, and how much they may or may not have been influenced by others. Because again, our opinions often are formed in early childhood, and that means that they're often conditioned by our environment and others, and also our genes, our parents. So if your opinions become dogma, this leads to dis-ease because of course your opinions are now dysregulating your system and your pituitary gland. It leads for dis-ease not only in the physical body but also in the collective. And when our opinions are used to move the collective forward, this is omniscience because you have the gift, as the genie keys talk about. The gift of gate 17 is being farsighted. You're able to see the patterns, the logical patterns that lead us towards the future. And this is the beginning of the seer. So part of being able to actually release your opinions is opening your third eye to the world and to the true nature of existence and consciousness. And it's a beautiful experience. And this is also part of why it's connected to 851 as it's part of the ring of humanity. Is 851 is the gate all about awakening and enlightenment, and this usually comes through shock because once our systems are shocked on a physical level, the vibrations of shock help to mutate and change these genes and these opinions and belief systems. Part of that shock can be experiences the karmic experiences and interferences we have. So next is gate 18, the gate of judgment. Judgment is rooted in dissatisfaction. So the shadow of judgment comes from being dissatisfied with the world around you. And this is why when we use our judgment in a way that's beneficial, this can actually help improve the world and lead us to the city frequency, which is why did I just go blank? Someone walks by. I'm such a sensitive little soul. But it can lead us to the city frequency of perfection when we are able to let go of our judgments, focus on the things that we want to actually improve in the world, and move forward. So now I want to talk about some foods high in alanine. Alanine is the amino acid for D18. So I actually have here some foods high in alanine as amino acids are proteins, eggs, fish, beef, and beans. So if you are looking to recalibrate your system and, you know, work on your belief systems or just contemplate on the right theme of judgment, I would also recommend making sure your system is nourished with the foods and with the proteins that are related to the gene key and the codon ring in general. So this month, the focus is healing the victim mind. The Bodhisattva, which is, if you are looking at the Chinese I Ching, A18 in the sixth line is represented by the Bodhisattva. And the Bodhisattva is basically the person who's under the tree, the teacher that's under the tree that comes down when people need them. They don't necessarily have to be a part of anything that's going on, but they are there to be the voice of wisdom and reason because they have this kind of like overall like bird's eye view to the situation. So the bodhisattva is the one who knows suffering, and when given the choice to move away from it, chooses to act courageously on behalf of the betterment of the Maya. So the bodhisattva is like the Kuan Yin. The Kuan Yin was the goddess, Chinese goddess of compassion, and she had the opportunity to leave Earth and leave suffering, but instead she came back to Earth in order to tend to Earth and to keep people from suffering. So that is really the beauty of someone who's able to put past their judgments and focus on being in service. And gate 18 is literally the gate of service because our judgments lead us to wanting to improve and correct the things in our world, which puts us now in a space of divine activity and service. Okay, so since our genes are designed to serve the whole until it reaches perfection, perfection is forever. So we are actually already in a state of perfection because everything that is here, believe it or not, is all bringing us towards the evolutionary conclusion of being at a final state of enlightenment and improvement in the world. So when we can kind of like grasp that contemplation, then we're no longer focusing on how to change everyone and everything around us, but it's just like, how do I create more of what I want to see? The gift of judgment is continual improvement, and this improvement leads to reform of every step of our evolutionary journey. So now I want to leave some Easter eggs. And this Easter egg that I'm going to leave is about, I actually should want to, I actually want to also add it to the description with Indi. So the Easter egg is, I love this quote from Richard Rudd from the Gene Keys. And this is a quote that it's found in the transmission of Gene Key 17. So everything that happens follows the plan, and the plan is both perfect and predetermined and created. So and fate and divine will. Wherever omniscience is seen in Lord, I'm butchering that. Okay, I'm gonna read that last part. So wherever omniscience is seen, it is perfect. When you are in denial or when you come out of denial, it is perfect. Consciousness must express all opinions through form. God can only come when you are not there. And that has a lot to do with Gene Key 27, the transmission of grace. So that was my slightly edited transmission from Gene Keys but I think it's so, so beautiful because when I literally read it, my soul just like took a breath of fresh air. I was like, because I'm a bit of a perfectionist. It might not show right now because I'm a perfectionist that also like releases perfection. I kind of can go through both. Like I don't care, but now I like want it to be pretty perfect. So with that, reading that, it just kind of was like everything is as it's supposed to be. The plan is perfect, and everything that happens already follows the plan. So I can't do no wrong. And when you've grown up like me, I grew up Jehovah's Witness, and I left at 18. And gate 18 literally talks about how even that decision, or even when a child like becomes an adult and decides to make a decision on making a major life change, a lot of it has to do with that child feeling judgment. And when that child feels judged, they're more likely to rebel against authority, which is exactly what I did. So, um, and part of it was clearly for very good reason for me personally. But like that judgment can sometimes, that religious judgment or trauma can really keep you from actualizing yourself. It can also keep you from feeling safe because you put your authority and trust in so many other people that you don't know how to trust yourself anymore. So with that, understand that we can release those things. We can release those beliefs. We can release those judgments that were put on us, and we can focus on what we want to see and create. So what else did I put? I like to sometimes mention like physical things. Hi, thank you so much for popping on. I really appreciate the support and love always. So, one thing that I noticed around this period of the full moon in Libra that I personally experienced, I had a really, and I always love that I put these things in my notes because if it was meant to be on me to remember everything now, the mother, to be, thank God for evolution and technology. So I had a really, really strong, really sweet sneeze as I was listening. You're cutting in and out. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna end this live soon. I might have to do this video over. I hope not. But yeah, you guys will tell me as we watch it if you're able to get the information. But I am gonna wrap it up. Part of the reason why that's happening is I'm on love service. But I did have a really, really strong nose sneeze while I was listening to the 22nd gene key because it is such a powerful gene key in terms of like it's filled with like esoteric information and understanding as it relates to our genes, which is what we need in order to transform our genes. The gene key 22 is probably one of the most mutated gene keys just from listening to it because it literally holds the energy of grace, God's grace, divine presence, and just the adornment of grace on our lives. So when that happened, I also felt like that sneeze. I did go through birth, so I had like a bunch of pelvic floor like changes and healing, as well as going through Invisalign journey, which I'm kind of still in the process of. But with both of those things happening, that sneeze, I felt like realigned my jaw, and I felt a deep opening into my third eye. So we'll see. We'll see. I can't like sit here and be like, "Okay, my third eye open," and then the evidence does not prove that to me. So I like to keep this as just like a way of like letting you guys know what I'm experiencing. Are you experiencing the same thing? And keep pushing. But also I can look back and be like, wow, I did experience that and see how like things have changed since then. So I'm gonna wrap this video up because I know that the sound quality isn't the greatest. But thank you guys for joining me. I hope you get to watch the video again. Also look out for my IG posts and also look in the description at the notes because you're gonna get all the information I said here, or most of it, most of it. But the IG post will have the rest of it. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. I'm again still in this journey of kind of coming into alignment with the transits, but also I feel like so many people are posting about the transits when it's happening, and these videos are timeless. So maybe it's meant in divine will, and also like the will of just like the divine feminine energy for these videos to come in its own divine time. So in the meantime, I did talk a lot about food and nutrition and all those wonderful things on this video. So feel free to check out my CMOS shop. Love you. So feel free to check out my CMOS shop. CMOS is sea algae. It has 92 of 102 minerals the body needs. So it's really, really good for restoring your body and bringing it to homeostasis, which is going to be really important as you're doing this work of deconditioning and reprogramming your DNA. So check it out. It's withlovecole.com/Cold Apothecary is also linked. And feel free to just see the offerings I have. You can ask me any questions, but also feel free. I have different infusions with different herbs for different things, all beneficial. And lastly, I'll just say that I do feel like there's a deep connection between water, of course, and salt, because again, this is kind of like the electrical charge it gives our body. And with sea moss being filled with iodine, it literally will help charge your body to do the things you're meant to do in the world and just be your expansive, most magnetic, flowy self. So, all right, I'm really done now.